anytime you're ready, take a deep breath and exhale.
Okay. Based on current research, I'd be willing to bet that 6 out of every 10 of you in this room have experienced low back pain at some point. It's been suggested that physical therapy is an effective tool for managing low back pain, as it can restore function, reduce pain, and improve quality of life. But it doesn't seem that many people are taking advantage of this service, and it's definitely not something that's been well documented in research. So we decided to take a little bit of a look further at this with some big data of one of the most commonly discussed healthcare populations in the US, Medicare beneficiaries. And when I say big data, I mean we looked at over 200 million data lines, and that was just a 5% sample. And what's great too about this data is that it's been virtually untouched. Millions of lines of data are being collected every day, and not many people are using it. So we were able to use it to figure out just how many people are using physical therapy for low back pain across the US, and whether or not there's any regional differences that might exist. After a little bit of statistical analysis, we found that over 400,000 beneficiaries had a diagnosis of low back pain. And of those, only 19% sought physical therapy. Taking it back to the analogy I used earlier, that means 5 out of that 6 of you did not go see a physical therapist. And beyond this low utilization rate, we also found some regional differences. As you can see in the northern central states, in dark blue, people use physical therapy at a much higher rate than those in the south, in orange. We found a 2.5-fold difference between the highest and lowest rate. If you're wondering how Arizona measures up to the rest of the US, its usage was fairly similar. But again, we found those big regional differences across counties. Some good news for all of us in Coconino County: we use physical therapy at a much higher rate than the rest of Arizona, and also the rest of the US. But if we look more closely at La Paz or Yuma County in orange, they were 3 times less likely to use physical therapy. That's a pretty big difference. So, if you're to leave this presentation knowing 2 things, it should be that 1, not enough people are using physical therapy, and 2, some people are using it way more frequently than others. So obviously our next step in the research becomes why. Why this low utilization rate, and why these big differences? But in the meantime, if you're one of those 6 out of 10 people in this room with low back pain, I hope you know what to do. Thank you.